Hey, what's up? Welcome to Minimalist Monday, a video series in which I will answer user-generated questions. So whenever you ask me a question about minimalism, I will make sure to take the time and will answer them in these types of videos. So let me know what you think of it. I figured it's time to switch things up a little bit, and that would also allow me to make videos that are relevant and helpful to you, and not just film things that I think may be relevant or interesting. And because minimalism is so ingrained in my life, I sometimes struggle with talking about it because it's so natural to me, and I sometimes don't really know what could be of interest and what isn't. So let's get into it. These questions come from someone on Reddit, and it's all about laundry and what I do with my clothing and how long I wear it. Let's get into it. So someone said, I think it would be great to see how you use your backpack full of clothes day to day. Now I'm currently traveling. I'll be traveling all of 2018, and I only really brought what I need. And I'm now going to quickly show you what it looks like. I have a post on my blog that shows you everything that I brought with me, and I also have a video on my YouTube channel that you can check out that also shows you everything that I brought. So I won't go into detail about the clothing that I have with me because I've already covered that on my blog as well as on this YouTube channel. So I travel with two of these. This is a basic packing cube from Eagle Creek. I think this is the medium one, but I could be wrong. They have a little handle, and this one right now holds all my winter clothing. So jumpers, leggings, warm tops, you name it, it's all in there. These packing cubes are relatively small, as you can see, compared to my face. It's not big, it's also not incredibly thick, and I really love them. I also have one that holds my summer clothing. It's just that most of it is drying outside right now, so the packing cube is pretty empty, but the second one stores all my summer clothing. How often do you wash clothes? I tend to wash clothing once a week, sometimes more often. And reason being is that while I do have clothing for a whole week, I've actually lost a t-shirt, and sometimes it's so hot that I can wear a t-shirt for really only one day. In New York City, I strictly stuck to only doing laundry once a week. I have videos about how I did my laundry in New York City on my channel if you want to check them out. However, on this trip, as I said, I lost a t-shirt, so that affects my laundry routine. Usually I need to do it every 6 days. Sometimes my clothing lasts me for a full week, especially when I'm in countries with cold climate. Now that it's hot, I need to wear a new t-shirt pretty much every day. So how often do you wash clothing? As I just said, usually every 6 to 7 days. And I always have one load that's by no means full. I really just have a handful of clothes, and that's it. How do you decide if you can wear pieces of clothing again without washing? That's pretty easy. I do the smell test. I smell my t-shirt, and if it smells fine, then I wear it again. If it smells fine after 2 days of wearing it, I'll wear it again. That being said, I do sweat a lot, and my sweat, of course, does not smell like flowers. So in the summer, when it's really hot, I need to change t-shirts every day, meaning that I wear a black t-shirt on Monday and a gray t-shirt on Tuesday and a different t-shirt on Wednesday. In the winter, I can sometimes go with wearing the exact same t-shirt for as long as 3 days because I simply don't sweat as much. And when it comes to jumpers, I can wear jumpers for a really long time because I always wear a t-shirt underneath my jumpers. So the jumper is an outer layer of sorts. It's not directly on my skin, at least not in the armpit area, and so I can wear a jumper for 5 days, 6 days, 7 days even in the winter, provided of course that I don't sweat a bunch. Those are the exception though. Leggings I can usually wear for a week, without washing them, and jeans, well, you can literally wear jeans forever without washing them. That also makes them last longer. That being said, I currently don't have jeans with me. I have one pair back in Austria that I will probably be wearing again, but as I said, I only have a selected amount of clothing with me on this trip, and I don't have jeans with me as of right now. Bear in mind that washing clothing is really tough on clothing, and the fewer times you wash your clothing, the longer it's gonna last you. It's also always better to wash clothing on a shorter cycle and in, if possible, cold water. I usually do 30 degrees and 30 minutes, provided that the washing machine has this particular cycle. Other than that, what else is there to note? I always air dry my clothing. I never ever use a dryer. I don't know what it is about dryers. My mother had 3 kids and she always did clothing for 5 people and she always air dried it. And we lived in an apartment, a smaller one, then a bigger one, and it was always fine. There was plenty of space and it's not really a hassle. And it makes your clothing last so much longer. Plus, it saves you money and it's kind of the environment. So really, air drying your clothing is a win-win. What else is there to say? There really isn't more to say about this topic. I don't really plan what I wear. I simply open my packing cube and pick whatever I feel like wearing on that day. I travel with a handful of t-shirts. I have one dress, a pair of shorts, a tank top, the one that I'm wearing right now, and then my winter clothing, so that's pretty much it. I simply don't need to think a whole lot about what I will be wearing because the closer I get to the end of the week, the fewer pieces I have to choose from, because again, I need to do my laundry once a week. If I don't, then I literally have nothing to wear, which is great because you go through all your clothing prior to having to wash it. It's not that you stick to 7 items out of 100. You really only have a handful of pieces to choose from, and when those are worn and dirty, then I need to do my laundry. To sum it up, usually I wash my clothing once a week. I've since lost a shirt, so I need to do laundry every 6 to 7 days. Right now I'm traveling in really hot climates, so I really need to do laundry once a week. In the winter, I can get away with doing it not as often because I can wear my clothing for prolonged periods of time. However, that being said, I still always do laundry once a week just to keep up with it, and because I don't want to do a whole bunch of laundry at one time. And the amount of time that I can actually wear something is really dependent on how much I sweat. And that's pretty much it. I hope this was insightful. I don't think I left anything out. If you've got any more questions regarding this topic, then feel free to comment down below. Let me know how you like this series, where I will be answering user-generated questions every single Monday. And of course, if I don't get a question, then I won't be making a video. And I did talk more about this in one of my previous videos where I shared with you the new series and some other bits and bobs. Have a lovely day and see you next time.